I told my boyfriend his gaming was ruining our relationship and he chose the game over me. My boyfriend Jake and I had been dating for almost a year, and for the first 8 months everything was perfect. He was the sweetest guy ever. He'd cook my favorite pasta when I had a rough day at work, bring me soup when I was sick, and we'd spend hours just talking and watching movies together. Then 3 months ago, Jake discovered this new online game. I don't know what it's called because games aren't really my thing, but it completely took over his life. We're talking like 12 hours a day, every single day. He'd wake up at noon and immediately turn on his computer, then play until 3 or 4 in the morning. The worst part was how loud he got. He'd be yelling at his teammates, slamming his keyboard, and clicking his mouse so aggressively that it sounded like a machine gun. Since I have to wake up at 7 for my job and he works afternoon shifts, I'd be trying to sleep while he's screaming about some raid or whatever. I tried talking to him about it nicely at first. I asked if we could have just 10 minutes of cuddle time before I went to bed, but he said it would mess up his progress in the game. I even suggested he play something quieter during my bedtime, and he actually did it for like 5 days before going back to his loud games. The breaking point came last week when I realized we hadn't done anything together as a couple in 2 months. No dates, no movies, nothing. He'd rather order takeout and eat at his computer than have dinner with me. When I suggested going to the mall or even just taking a walk, he'd complain that his friends were waiting for him online. Here's what really got me though. I heard his gaming buddies multiple times telling him to log off for the night, saying they were tired and ready to quit playing, but Jake would beg them to stay on longer because he needed to complete some mission. His own friends were trying to help him have a normal relationship, and he ignored them. So last Tuesday night, I sat him down and told him straight up that he was choosing his game over his girlfriend. I said I felt like I was dating his computer instead of him, and that I missed the caring guy I fell in love with. Jake got defensive and said I was being dramatic, that gaming was just his hobby, and I should be more supportive. He actually had the nerve to say I was jealous of his friends and trying to control him. That's when I realized he genuinely didn't see the problem. This wasn't just a phase or stress from work. He was completely addicted and wasn't planning to change. I told him he had 1 week to figure out his priorities, and if things didn't change, I was done. He laughed and said I was bluffing, that I'd never actually leave him. Well, I proved him wrong. I packed my stuff and moved back in with my roommate. Jake texted me for 3 days straight, but not to apologize. He was mad that I left during an important tournament weekend.